We've got Neutrally in the studio, as I mentioned before, and Benji's talked about how we just streamed before this. I just want you guys to chat about the kind of live stream setup that you did, because we just got done right before this show doing a cooking live stream for your other channel, Benji.
Oh yeah, so I'll take it from the content side. So I have a channel called Benjamin TV. I used to do cooking recipes. Now I do more food vlogs. That includes me shopping at Costco, grocery stores, as well as cooking in the kitchen, but more of a vlog format. I've always liked doing live streams, so I want to do more live streams. So today I went live and showed people me making yakisoba. I feel like yakisoba was like my default easy one, right, to live stream for, because we've done it actually multiple times. And so that's on the creative side. I'll let Neutrally explain what was unique about today's live stream.
Yeah, Neutrally, tell us.
The thing that was really unique with today's live stream is that we stripped our whole setup completely. We ditched.
I thought you were gonna say we strip, but no. Yes,
it was not that kind of live streaming.
We ditched our old setup. Our old setup was about like 15 grand. We had A7S3s, Aputure dome lights, and all just beefy computers and so many different switchers.
Pro. We would have said it was pro.
It was pro.
But it also took a professional to set it up too.
Setup and teardown took at least 2 hours, not accounting for the actual live stream. So honestly, from setting up to tear down when I'm done, it's about a 6 hour just for like a maybe 2.5 hour live stream.
That's crazy.
Today, Benji, with the help of Doc Rock, shout out Doc Rock, Ecamm, we were using Ecamm with the DJI Osmo. And today what we learned is the Osmo acts as like a PTZ camera. Once you just connect the cameras to Ecamm, it automatically shows all the controls so easy, and you can literally set and make presets and recall those presets to go back to those angles.
Yeah, so you can go and basically, if you don't know what a PTZ camera is, it's basically because the Osmo has a gimbal on it, right? And usually that gimbal, when you're vlogging, is used for kind of stabilization. You can see the head of the camera move around a little bit.
Crazy.
If it's sitting stationary, actually, if it's not sitting stationary too, but you can imagine it sitting stationary and neutrally through the computer being able to pan and tilt and zoom and kind of go around and kind of like change framings and, like you said, set presets so that we can create different angles throughout the stream, which A, cut down on the number of cameras that we needed, B, cut down on the personnel, and C, the thing that the simpler thing that you haven't even mentioned yet is that you've set up these tiny little Osmos instead of these giant hulking auto poles and,
oh my gosh,
and Sony cameras.
What a nightmare.
Everywhere.
Now I'm like, it's cringe that we even tried that. You didn't even finish though. What else wasn't part of the production today that we used to do back in the day?
What, the setup and teardown?
Yo, I'm just like, there was no professional lighting.
Yeah.
There was a ring light.
There was a ring light.
That's
but
right.
It was,
okay, we used one professional ring light as a fill light because, you know, graduated from production.
I even said like, oh, we might not even need that. I was saying
we needed the fill light just so the shadows and everything look correct. But yes, to Benji's point, we just use his kitchen lighting and they're really warm. Like they were really warm in the studio. We like cool setting and everything.
And then what did we used to use for audio that we didn't use? And what did we use today?
So we used to use a Sennheiser microphones, Sennheiser lapel mics. They're the best of the business, but they're really expensive and pricey. Today we use the DJI Osmo
and
wireless mic.
I charged them.
Yeah,
that was Neutrally's job to charge everything. So it almost sounds like his job's like
cut in half,
like
cut in half.
It's not making his job obsolete. What's more important is he could focus on the production side and pay attention to the stream versus like it was a miracle that he did all that stuff before and it had its like challenges, but now he can fully focus on the YouTube side, which is the most important side.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, what else? Like Roland?
Yeah, we had we used the Roland VR4 HD, and then we had wireless HDMI transmitter and receivers. We had so many of those LP batteries, brick just charging.
And what do we do today?
Today, Benji charged 2 Pocket 3s. He had a little battery grip for both of them, those extra. And then we ran them the whole time. Granted, I think the cameras do charge in webcam mode maybe, but they didn't give us...
All ran by what machine?
Austin's MacBook Pro, the one you see right there.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm curious where you're going with this. It was just showing too how simple you can just go live and have a very pro look. See, when we first started building my live stream setup, because we started kind of pro, right?
Yeah.
Like DSLR, one
kind of the only way
I
back
was
in
gonna
the
say,
day.
that was the only way to do it back
yeah,
then.
it was a ring light, and then we had to use this and that, whatever. It just built over time like this $15,000 to $18,000 setup. That literally was. It took so much work. By the time we were going live, I was already tired. This is why you have big teams doing this stuff, okay? But now, I'm telling you, I feel like.
Bro, you went upstairs, Austin came down, and we were good to go.
Yeah, literally.
And they didn't tell me there was even some challenges making the set, because it was the first time we used Ecamm, by the way.
Yeah.
And Osmos, I never thought we could. And this happened to have a second one because my first one's kind of broke down. But you would have never
still was
known
working.
watching them, right? So I think that's, by the way, this is a whole nother thing. I believe right now long form content is dominating in terms of the opportunity, both for YouTube as well as creators. But I think the thing that's beyond that is live streaming. In real life, streamers are a big thing. Kai Sennett, iShowSpeed, so many other people that I recognize, and you probably recognize too. You just don't know what they do. They're live streamers, like really long form.
Yeah.
So I have 3, 6, maybe like 8+ hour kind of content marathons. So if you know how to show up live, that's even a more like valuable skill. That's why I'm practicing it. Also, it's an easy way if you have that set up to just connect with your audience and do your thing and take advantage of it. Because I think the thing is this, I think we can level up our production a little bit.
Totally.
But once we get going, I imagine, maybe not just me and maybe other people, but I hope it is me, that you'll turn on your TV and you will watch my live stream like you watch any Food Network show back 20 years ago, especially if you're on at a regular time and you're consistent. And in a way, it's even better because you can talk to the creator.
Yes.
You feel more connected, which is the beauty of YouTube. Fast forward 20 years, and now we're like celebrities on the TV.
Literally. Yeah, I mean, one of the big themes on Creator Secrets, one of the things we truly believe is to simplify. And one of the ways that you do that is by simplifying your setups. This felt right in a lot of ways, more so than any other cooking stream that I've seen you guys do before, even in this studio where we have the gear already present, because it was simple. And it fit everything that we preach, basically, when it comes to Vlogging Academy. And a piece of that is the fact that we're using the gear that you're already using for vlogging. I mean, it's another, being in the jar for the Osmo. I mean, that's incredible. It's another being in the jar for the MacBook as a powerful creative tool. And in this case, it's a huge win for Ecamm, right? Ecamm did a great job. And so, simplifying our tools down and making them more plug and play and making them more accessible, reducing the barriers to creation is the number one way that you're going to do the thing that you need to do most, which is create more to find success on YouTube. And so in doing that, in finding this setup, to me, I'm just excited because it's an opportunity for us to go forward and do that more than ever.
Full circle back to the first thing where you congratulated me about Taekwondo and my 3rd degree black belt. I'm not trying to flex here. I'm just saying, I became a 3rd degree black belt because I didn't overcomplicate it. I just jumped in and I just started kicking and punching, and it just kept doing that for long enough. If you want to take advantage of everything we just talked about, even things that you don't really understand, you want to become a John Cortese or my wife Judy or me or us, what we're doing, do whatever you can with whatever you have, including your phone, and start creating content. Get better being on camera, get comfortable talking about the things you're obsessed about, like to a digital audience. And you do that over and over and over. Like me, I don't know anything but volume, right? Like I always tell Austin, you're smarter than me. Whatever you think we should do, let's just do it. Okay, now I'm not trying to discount what I know about vlogging, but I'm saying like in this new era, whether it's YouTube's super long format, this new podcast show, live streaming. I'm like, whatever we do, we're going to just do it over and over and over. I know that's why Nucci's excited, because he's like, okay, I see old Benji here. We're about to do the white belt thing, which is funny. You have to be a white belt before you become a black belt, right? Like, there is no skipping. I've never heard of anybody skipping. It just doesn't happen in Taekwondo. And that's the same with YouTube. You have to go through that. I actually saw a video of Mr. B saying, is like, everyone's going to just think it's so dumb when you're first starting it. You're wasting your time. You're over obsessed, and then once you're successful, they're like, wow, man, this is so awesome. Like, it's like so inspiring, and I want to learn from you. And that's just, be the white belt and be comfortable with that. And that's why if you overcomplicate it, or you wait for it, or you're just like, you need to know everything before you start it, you will be shooting yourself in the foot and you'll never get there. If you're okay just doing the basics, it's funny. Like, this is not good representation, but if you're on camera right now, do this. It looks cooler than that, right? But I'm just saying, like, single punch. And it's funny, at my belt test, at my 3rd degree, I did like a legit single punch. We did that during the test. Yeah. And it's just funny, like, it's so instinctual. I did not practice that, but I had done it so much that was just so natural to me. I was surprised when he asked me to do that. I was like, wow, it's just such a basic thing. But if he's a 5th degree black belt, there's like there's a certain logic to that, because everything else you do is based off of that. So if you do that well, right, it kind of shows a lot about your foundation. So as a creator, and we just talked about the live stream being simplified, we talk about vlogging being easier. And now, because YouTube's so awesome, the algorithm makes your job easier. There's never been a better time